Hello, welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd, and you were watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I've got some breaking news coming out from Israel to share with you. We've got reports that Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, this is him right here in the video speaking at a security cabinet meeting tonight in Tel Aviv. And what he mentioned was he has instructed the army and security forces to prepare to change the situation on Lebanon's border. Okay, so this most likely means that we're going to see a major offensive operation against Hezbollah. And this is a very major update because it's been relatively quiet between Hezbollah and Israel lately. We have seen Israel carrying out some airstrikes inside of southern Lebanon recently. And then we also had that major attack from Hezbollah just in the last couple weeks inside of Israel as well. But aside from that, we've seen some tit for tat strikes back and forth, but nothing too crazy. But what I have been hearing is that some Hezbollah drones have been making it into Israel recently and striking some of their military bases. And apparently they're having issues trying to take down these drones. So the war is still definitely escalating between Hezbollah and Israel. And we've been waiting for this to come. Okay, I've been telling you guys at some point Israel's going to go after Hezbollah. They're going to have no choice but to engage with them. And we are continuing to see this war slowly start to grind down in Gaza and against Hamas. So this is a pretty major update. And I want to talk some more about this today. So I've got an article we're going to go over. And then I also want to talk about this cabinet meeting a little bit that they're having right now too. So let me hop on over here, okay? We've got a report from Naharnet, okay? And it says Netanyahu asks army to prepare to change situation in the north, okay? This just came out today on September 8th, 2024. And it says here, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on Sunday said that he has instructed the army and security forces to prepare to change the situation on Lebanon's border, where Israel has engaged in near daily clashes with Hezbollah since October 8th of last year. Iran's strongest arm is Hezbollah in Lebanon. I have instructed the IDF army and all security forces to prepare to change this situation. There is no possibility that we will continue in the current situation, and we are obligated, to safely return all the residents of the north to their homes, Netanyahu said during the weekly cabinet session, according to Israel's Channel 12. Okay, so this is very big right here, where he says safely return all the residents of the north to their homes. Okay, so this is obviously the biggest reason why they're going to have to launch this offensive against Hezbollah is they cannot return some 60,000 or more residents that were originally living on the northern side of Israel. They can't get them back to their homes as they've been evacuated towards the beginning of this war with Hezbollah. And now, in order for them to return them, they're most likely going to have to launch some sort of offensive onto Hezbollah. We'll see if they actually enter Lebanon, okay? This could get crazy out of control if they end up doing that. Hezbollah's already warned Israel not to invade Lebanon, and there could be multiple Iranian-backed groups in other countries nearby, like Iraq and Syria, that could get involved if they attempt to do this. But it looks like that may be the case here. We could definitely see Israel pushing into Lebanon very soon. The fighting has displaced tens of thousands of Lebanese and Israeli residents on both sides of the border, and Israel's repeatedly vowed to act to return its citizens through war or diplomatic action. The cross-border violence has killed some 614 people in Lebanon, mostly fighters, but also including 138 civilians, according to an AFP tally. On the Israeli side, including in the annexed Golan Heights, authorities have announced the deaths of at least 24 soldiers and 26 civilians. Okay, so lots of soldiers and civilians being killed on both sides of this conflict over the last almost actually a year now. We're approaching 1 year in just about, less than a month now. So it's getting crazy over here, and it's definitely looking likely we're going to see a war breaking out between Hezbollah and Israel. If Israel ends up invading Lebanon, we'll have to see what they do, because all he's saying so far is that they're preparing to change the situation on Lebanon's border. Okay, so that most likely means some sort of incursion into Lebanon. So let me show you this as well from the Times of Israel just real quick. This came out today also on September 8, 2024. So literally just about probably an hour ago at the time that I record this, or less. So security cabinet meets in Tel Aviv as anti-government activists protest outside IDF headquarters. So So the security cabinet is meeting in Tel Aviv as anti-government activists and relatives of hostages held by Hamas in Tel Aviv protest outside the IDF's Kura headquarters. The meeting comes amid reports of skepticism and progress in talks to secure a hostage ceasefire deal, and after an attack this morning in which a Jordanian killed 3 Israelis at the Allenby crossing at the Israel-Jordan border. So that was a big event that happened just in the last 24 hours. I think it was yesterday in Israel. We had a Jordanian truck driver crossing over the border, and he got out of his truck after his truck had previously been searched by Israeli border police, and apparently he had a gun on him, and he went and basically executed 3 Israeli border guards at the border between at the Allenby crossing between Israel and Jordan. So it was a major attack, and obviously now Israel's getting some pushback on this, as now they have basically a terrorist attack on their border with Jordan. Okay, so that was some big news coming out from there. And then in regards to the ceasefire hostage deal that's supposed to be going on between Israel and also Hamas, looks like they still are deadlocked right now. I don't have any updates as far as that. From what I understand, Hamas still wants Israel to withdraw from the Gaza Strip and also the Philadelphia corridor. Israel has agreed to partially withdraw from the Philadelphia corridor recently, but not completely. And also, they are not willing to give up the Gaza Strip. It seems like they want to maintain control over it and want to completely dismantle Hamas. So they have still not been able to come to any sort of agreement here. So the protesters are still demanding that the cabinet work to secure a deal to bring back all hostages, the living for rehabilitation, and the murdered and fallen for proper burial. It is believed that 97 of the 251 hostages abducted by Hamas on October 7th remain in Gaza, including the bodies of at least 33 confirmed dead by the IDF. So, yeah, like I said, when it comes to Hamas and everything, still deadlocked. No resolution when it comes to what's happening down there in Gaza. And also, I saw some reports that was saying that apparently on the northern side of Gaza, Hamas had recruited at least 3,000 more fighters. So it looks like they're regrowing again. And this whole operation appears to be failing for the most part, is what it looks like inside of the Gaza Strip. And if it's not failing, it's definitely extending much further than what Israel probably anticipated. And it's definitely looking highly likely that they're not going to be able to completely dismantle Hamas, because although they continue moving into certain areas, once they move to one region of the Gaza Strip, then all of a sudden Hamas starts appearing on another. And this has been something that's been going on basically since this war began. So, yeah, I mean, we'll have to see what happens here. I'm going to stay closely connected to this story and see if we can get more information on what's going to happen here in southern Lebanon. But it's looking highly likely that an offensive operation is going to be conducted by the IDF, pushing into southern Lebanon at some point soon. And as soon as I get more information, I will definitely update you guys. But I hope you got something out of this update. If you did, please smash that like button. Also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. And with that, hope y'all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless. And we'll see you in the next one.